Alright, so we're back, picking up where we left off with the Order of Thembor, and we're getting ready to maybe make a run at our neighbors to the north in this star combine. So we're going to be bulking up our fleet and building some armies and getting ready to attempt to either vassalize them or just wipe them out. We have a non-aggression with our neighbors sort of to our left, and we have Ascended Empire sort of to our right, so we should be in fairly good shape. So at the very end last time, I got a ascension perk to push our borders out, so I'm also going to be able to go in and fill in some of these mining stations and those types of things to bump our economy up a little bit. So we're going to do that too. But we just got another precursor event. So the partial remains of a yet starship have found in high orbit above Sixumia, however you say that. An initial analysis conducted by the science ship indicate that the vessel may have served as a colony ship. Even cruiser-sized jet ships are typically crewed by only one or two individuals, given the immense size of their body, but this hulk has more than a dozen cryopods attached, each containing withered exoskeletons from what must have been colonists. So
situation log updated.
Drop that, and it gives us a research. Where was it at again? So let's track it on the map so you can see it. So down here, or that's where I thought it was. So let's hit the research project and then survey the systems out. Seems like we're finding a lot of precursors in this area, working our way through this vent chain. So there are something like 6 to find. We found 2 or 3, so we're making some good progress. So armies are still under construction. I like to add a few attachments in the beginning, so we're going to go for advanced health and upkeep reduction on a couple of those. We got cheaper war demands. This is going to help us when we do go to war. Galactic administration, really want that for a lot of reasons. One is we got the matching expertise bonus, but we also get a civic slot, which is going to let us add more bonuses to our race here. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Our fleet needs to be a good bit bigger, so we're going to keep moving in that direction. We're going to keep an eye on these guys and see. So inferior tech, inferior fleet power. So we're feeling pretty good. We'll probably declare war on them here in just a few more minutes. I want to get at least a good set of armies going. So how many do I have exactly? So we're going to have 6. I probably want to get a couple more. So we'll keep running time out and
complete.
Get that together. There's some more rival declarations, other people. These guys are trusting us more due to the non-aggression, so more assault army. Could give us enough armies to take some planets.
Special project complete.
A Corvette. So, archaeological project completed. Most of the remains of the colony ship are in poor condition, but they managed to recover the vessel's sublight engines. They never breached the light barrier, depending instead on cryo technology and 1,000-year-long natural lifespans to spread their empire across the stars. Interesting find. So, got an artifact and some physics research, which is bumping up our hyperdrives. Our armies are almost ready, so let's go ahead and
construction complete.
Recruit a general. So we got 2 guys with attack damage, so let's go with the youngest one. And we will go ahead and drop our Corvette. And then we'll think about what we want to try to get for these guys. So we're going to swing for the fences and see if we can maybe vassalize them. So this is our woodwind research project. Having taken a closer look at the alien music, we've discovered that it is made by a wind instrument made from one of the native plants on their homeworld. The unusual internal structure of the plant is completely different from anything on Thembolia, even on molecular level. The effect of air passing through the plant on Themborian bodies has advanced understanding of our own biology and how it may interact with new flora on alien worlds. Who knows what we can find? And we got 250 society research, which is nice. It's going to bump us towards our galactic administration even faster. So back to our idea of war declarations. What do we want? So do we want to make them vassals? That type of thing? Well, let's check our Unity progress. So if we adopt domination, we get a 25% cost to the war score that we need to achieve that. So I don't know. Let's do that. We'll just try to vassalize them. We don't want to take them over too early because we'll consume everybody on their planets, and not really ready for that yet. There's a way we can get around that, but we don't have the technology to make that happen. So can we invite any attackers? Nobody wants to join in on that, so we will go ahead and confirm it and take a risk here. Slow it down. I'm going to go ahead and drop a couple corvettes and move our fleet up against them. So they're going to set their war goals, all those types of things, and we'll see how this turns out. We may have enough to make this happen, especially if they have any damage from the previous war. They don't have any star bases on those planets. We will be able to sneak in and take what we want from them. So fleet is moving up. Keep dropping corvettes as we go along to make that happen. So we're in the system now. Let's see what we can do here. So we can try to catch them really fast.
Evading hostile fleet.
So we caught some transports, and we are getting a warp station. They moved a fleet up, but it's one guy. I don't know if we even need to go back for that. So let's take the third mycelium carriers and send them to assist that station. We'll let the rest keep moving up to their waypoint. We will keep our science ships busy during this war process. So let's do that, and then get back to business here. So we can take that planet because it doesn't have any defense on it. So we will continue to send up more fleet power to make that happen. We're going to go to Thembolia. We're going to embark all of those armies that we produced and send them up to enter the orbit so we can take this planet. So we're making progress. I'm sure they're going to attack back here any time, but not yet. So eventually I want to use a science ship to scan that debris, but let's give the battles a little bit more time to play out before we start trying to do all that. So we're getting hit by being over fleet capacity, and fix that a little bit by boosting up our spaceports at some point. So I'll bump this spaceport to level 2 here in a few minutes. So we're going to be bombarding that planet there, waiting for our spaceport to get some cash. We want to stay off fastest. I know it's always tempting to move things forward faster when you're waiting, but
System survey
don't
complete.
want crazy things going down. So we'll bump that up. We are bombarding the planet. It's going to take a while. Ships are bringing against it. Zadrian civilization encountered. We detected the presence of a pre-space civilization on Garden Flower in the Iolam system there. Early industrial age with electricity and internal combustion. We should consider putting observation posts. Alright. So our armies are moving up to the planet. We're still bombarding it. What do they have? They don't have very many armies at all. So in order to hustle this process up, we may go ahead and land land our armies without all the fortifications being down. Can be a little risky, so let's just wait on it a little bit. We won the space battle in Aglomia, protecting our stations with our one corvette, so that's always good news. Let's go ahead and move it up to main fleet there. Should be close. Bombarding it out. It's really close. So our transport fleet is almost there. I thought it was already there, but that was one of our corvettes earlier. So as soon as they get there, we're gonna go ahead and say, go ahead and land armies when you get there. By the time they get there, it will be bombed down to nothing. Our fleet is just continually growing in power, so we're going to be able to move around and handle some business. Where are we going to go next? I'm going to pop over here next. Grab that planet.
Complete.
So we're about to start our first invasion. There it goes. How are we going to turn out? Looks like we are destroying them with those attachments on a couple armies and the general. We're going to chop through them, so that's good. I'll leave those guys there. I'm going to merge these together, and they are going to move on. So precursor, that's good. Alright, so let's move up to this planet and see what he's got there. Hopefully there's not a station on it. It's going to make it that much easier. So we're starting to stack up some resources, so we got to be aware of what's going on with our economy back here. So we still have infrastructure projects, so what could we do? Well, we could build a mining network here. Boost this up a little bit. Still have infrastructure projects here, so we definitely want some unity. I want to get energy grid going. So, in a massive ground war was fought on the island, fought between the Yut and the second species of it. And little of this campaign took place in the final years of the Empire, though it occurred millions of years ago. Wreckage of ruined war machines could be found. Although the planet was an important colony, their cities and outlying settlements were never rebuilt after the fighting ceased, which would seem to indicate that they ultimately lost the campaign. So,
Situation log updated.
So let's go to that and tell him to research project that before we move on to the next systems. So we got helium carriers here, so there's no stations, so we need to jump on this as fast as possible and keep moving things around. May or may not be a good move. I'm going to split this fleet really fast and grab that wormhole station. So as much as we can break their transportation network. I always feel like that's a good move, but it seems like the computer cheats and those wormhole stations pop back up without even being constructed sometimes. So who knows, maybe that's really what's going on. So we got cruisers, which is going to be great. Eventually, let's go ahead and grab defense stations, keep that bonus thing rolling. So that's always good. Construction ships, let's get you back to work. So let's build the mining stations there. And we want to build mining stations there.
System survey complete.
So they are going to, they're bombarding our planet already, so we need to merge back together and see if we can kill their fleet really quick, and then this will be pretty much over with. So I think we can get to them before they try to land on our planet. Catch them. And we may go to their, just drop in on their capital instead. So a little bit of infrastructure projects left. Let's upgrade those things as well.
Situation log updated.
So we are moving in on their fleet, and unless they can break away really quickly, should be wrapping this thing up. The early game wars, occupying planets give you huge points, so fighting this battle.
Special project complete.
But we found more about the ancient battlefield. Covered a battle harness. Several large caliber cannons are still attached to it, and the archaeologist throws that yet soldiers, given the massive size of their bodies, fought is what can essentially be described as large mobile fortresses. Interesting find. We got a lot of society research, so that's good. Our fleet's holding up really well. We're melting them down, so I expect we're going to get a massive amount of points in this base battle. We'll see what happens. So let's go with naval capacity. The fleet's holding up. Theirs is crashing. We're going to win the battle, obviously.
Situation log updated.
So we are in the green on the war score, so doing pretty good. I want to grab one of these science ships
Research complete.
and send it on up here and tell it to research. I want to get that debris and get the tech bonuses I can pull out of it. So let's do that. Eventually we need to expand some more, so I want to go after the colony ships. And we will definitely finish this if we capture this planet. So I'm gonna make another run at it. Oh, they've already given up. So they are now our vassals. So let's send our fleet back to repair. We're gonna repair right at their base. My science ship is gonna research project it out, and then I'll have it scan these systems. Is good. So you made a gamble and it paid off. So good news. Check on our vassals. They do not like us at all, but they will hopefully grow to like us. Open borders, which will make things a little bit better, but yeah, they are spiritualists, fanatic xenophobes, and we're a hive mind, so never going to be the best relationship, right? So let's drop these guys back on. So our admiral leveled up and got a new trait, always good. And the armies, and we're getting some kind of so hello again. You'll be pleased to learn that our species has quadrupled in number since we arrived. Many of us were swept up in a festive mood when we made planetfall, and things got a bit frisky to say the least. After the positive experience we had colonizing Baldorak, a few brave pioneers have asked me to petition you for passage to another gas giant. We have already located a promising candidate within your space that would be suitable for colonization. What do you say, friends? So these are the guys that we moved earlier. So might as well do it again. Maybe they'll give us some bonus for it. So as long as it's not just another gas giant. We'll
Situation log updated.
So let's see what we've got here. So Dathnat colony track on map. So let's see what we need. So they want to go here, which is cool. So let's find a ship that can handle that for them. So let's bring this guy up to take care of that for us. That's what I'll say. Yeah, let's go ahead and have him go straight there and research it out. We'll clear that anomaly. We'll be able to do a lot of things. So I think my next goal is going to be to, I'm not aggressive with these guys, so I need to expand. I need to get everything I can built in terms of mining outposts and those kind of things. Then I'm going to try to build my fleet big enough to start to clear this out. And probably also try to expand onto some of these planets. So let's see if we can get spending here. So let's build those research stations. Let's build the mining station. the other research stations. That construction ship's going to be busy. He's already building all those research stations, so we will probably have done
System survey complete.
everything we can. Build that research station there, and build that one there. Check my planets. So I'm still under infrastructure projects, so let's take advantage of that and build a mining network. What about here? Still infrastructure projects, so let's upgrade. Let's build basic science lab. Doing well on food, all those types of things, so that will get me by for a while. We'll upgrade this building, because I'm still infrastructure projects there. And fleet repaired. And while we were fighting the war, we got our galactic administration, so we will be able to upgrade here when we get more minerals on hand, so we're going to save up for that. But we also can go under our Civ and reform it and give it another bonus. So let's reform it. It's going to cost 250 influence, but I feel like it's worth it. So we're getting naval capacity and research speed. So we have consumer goods, monthly unity, core sector systems, army damage, monthly influence, and pooled knowledge. So what do I want to do? Well, I think I want to try to spread out using some frontier outposts and get some more space resources coming in, so that way I can not really make my research costs go up, but I can lock down space and planets. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that I want for now the monthly influence. I'm going to keep the research speed and the naval capacity and reform my government. So now bringing in even more influence. So going to get busy after the construction ships finish their jobs right now and use frontier outposts to push out a little bit here. I'm going to block my vassal in. Maybe clear out some of these things. So why don't I go ahead and do that? Actually, I'm going to clear that void cloud. I'll clear those alien vessels. So let's do it. So I can't get any statecraft. So why don't I get vitality boosters?
Complete.
We'll get time moving along faster again. How's everybody else feeling about me? So lots of border friction, but trust is piling up. So eventually they're going to be in the positive with me. They're already in the positive because of the lack of border friction. So good. And then these guys going positive, but never going to go that well. So we have a hostile fleet right where we're supposed to be, so we're going to clear out that void cloud. Rivalry declarations from people around us. Void cloud is being chewed down.
Construction complete. Debris analyzed.
Using a few ships.
Situation log.
Void cloud is gone, so we're gonna go there, see what's up there. Maybe we can take it out. Got some debris analyzed. So Semestia, this guy's clearing out the debris. So let's say hit the research projects there, then immediately come over and get that one there, so you can get something out of those void clouds. And hopefully this fleet hasn't grown much larger. There's going to be a close fight. So we're fairly close to upgrading our planetary capital into an empire capital. So come back to that in a second. Let's research these aliens. We've got a lot of those precursor things done, so we should be getting close to finding maybe something with that. kind of slowing down at this point. Give it a little bit of time on fastest.
Project complete.
As before, a convoy of freighters was assembled to safely transport the Dathnak colonists inside pressurized gas tanks after a brief journey. They successfully made planetfall on the gas giant, which they have named New Balderak. A satellite was left in orbit for long-range communications. Make most of it, Dathnak, and we get a bonus to the planet for society research. So that's good, because before we weren't really getting a whole lot.
Special project complete.
So we're hearing from the Signer Serene Union. Like bird people. Federation builders, pacifists, egalitarians, authorized to offer me cordial greetings. Build a peaceful system of government that operates under the supervision of a council led by coordinator Wings of Cyan. May our two nations know nothing but peace. Okay. So what's in there? The pirate fleet has grown much more powerful, and they do not need to go there. Abort, abort, abort. So why don't we go back and repair instead? Greetings from New Balderak. Things are progressing well here at our new colony. However, we have a small request. Chapki Rad, one of our colonists, misses her family and friends in Balderak terribly and wants to get home. Her whining is driving us crazy. It's not too much to ask. Could you take her back? Well, you know, we're doing a lot with these people. Might as well keep going. So, yes, let's take Chapki home. So, very well. Excellent. Hopefully this won't put too much of training resources since you'll be transporting a single individual. We'll make the necessary arrangements on our end. I just spread the news. She's spinning with joy. In fact, she's spinning out of control now. You have to excuse me, never right, friends. Okay. So, another project to bring Chapki home. So, let's check that one on the map. And I believe we're back down here. So, let's take our science ship and research that. Upgrade our capital. Infrastructure projects is still running, so let's bump up that physics lab. We'll go ahead and build power plant, save some of the minerals. So infrastructure has worn off here, so we're going to let it grow on its own a little bit slowly there. And check up on our construction ships, moving along.
Situation log updated.
More aliens to figure out.
Debris analyzed.
Debris is filling in red lasers, improved deflectors, gravitic sensors, physics research, engineering research, so it's well worth clearing that up. So still getting some benefits from our war, not counting just having our vassals. So now the Python Covenant is declaring these guys their rival, so interesting to see what happens there. So we're hearing from the Sovereign Zeltak colonies, more Federation builders, they are fanatic pacifist xenophiles, so they're going to like us maybe, even if we are hive minds. So where are they? I don't really even see them, so they're popping in down here in the bottom. So defense station, now let's go for... We'll go with... I keep that Voidcraft thing going, as long as we can get some work out of them. Construction ships are running. Science ships are running. Unity's coming in. So what do we want here? Let's go ahead and bump our... We've already adopted supremacy, so we already bumped our borders. That's good. We don't have to do that. Let's start down this path and finish up expansion. So now we're going to get more unity from our colony command buildings. So that'll be a plus. So is this one still under infrastructure projects?
Debris analyzed.
I really want to build there right now. More debris analyzed. So let's build our spaceport upgrade. We'll get things moving towards cruisers. We really need to build up our economy some more. So more expanding. So after this guy's done with his mission, you scan that out and drop in some frontier outposts. But we don't want to get too close, because we get down there and anger the fallen empire, it could go badly for us. So. He's going to build that research station. He's building those, so we will
Construction complete.
build the mining station, build the research station. Big bonus there. Should have did that earlier if it was been there the whole time. Extraction ship, come down here, build mine up. More minerals.
System survey complete.
So he's gonna finish scanning that debris, and then I'll have him start scanning everything. This one's already finished. So a lot of planets over there, which I guess makes sense. It's near the Fallen Empire, and they like to cause trouble. So maybe I'll make it all the way.
Construction complete.
So once we get a little bit further down the expansion line, we're really going to have to fill out all these planets that we've got.
Construction complete. Debris analyzed.
Our construction ship finished. Build these mining stations and that research station. So we are building out our space fairly quickly. Time to start dropping this frontier.
Research complete. Special project complete.
Single cargo tug hauling a gas canister has arrived at Balderak under escort by the science ship. The contents of the canister have been released into the gas giant's atmosphere, safely returning the Death Knight colonists to our home. Good riddance. Alright, so we are going to survey these out in preparation for our frontier outpost going down. We've got better colony ships. So map the stars and research institute. This is going to give us a nice bonus to our research, so we want to take that for sure. Diplomatic stuff going on that really doesn't impact us at this point. Finished our spaceport. We can now build cruisers, but probably not quite ready to yet. So let's build a destroyer, 2 corvettes, just to get our fleet moving in the positive direction again. We probably need to build out planets a little bit more. Just trying to get some pop to fill in on them.
System survey complete. Research complete.
Core sector systems, statecraft, statecraft.
Construction complete.
We're really falling behind on our energy production, so we need to
Construction complete.
take care of that. Governor, we got the stubborn trait. So we need to get some energy coming along, so I'm going to patch that up a little bit there. Come in on that energy.
System survey complete. Research complete.
Is there any voidcraft options? No. We still don't really have any strategic resources. I like to have something, so let's see if we can find these Teldar crystals in our territory.
Construction complete.
So these construction ships are almost done, and we're going to have to start frontier outposting it out a little bit. Move the first Vassalian carriers back to our territory. This guy to go actually and survey that, because I'm thinking that's going to be a good spot for a frontier outpost. Two corvettes.
System survey complete. System survey complete.
Gonna be real close to finishing.
Construction complete.
So we're gonna move this guy over here.
Research complete.
Ooh, statecraft option. Let's go with the tile blocker, because I think that kelp is covering almost this entire planet. So really grow if we clear some of that out.
Construction complete.
So we're going to build that frontier outpost, and then need to build all these mining structures around it. So we're going to need to generate some energy to pay for that. So on our planets here, we're going to bump up our energy output to make that happen. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what we've got. So not a lot of raw energy bonuses here. So we do need to do a lot of building there, probably over the next 10 years. So let's go ahead and drop the
Research
construction projects. We're going to build this out a little bit. So put a power plant there, and I'll put another power plant there, and then we'll shuffle our pots around when it gets here. So we didn't find any Teldar crystals. Not really using explosive weapons, but we do want cruisers from the yards, and we get a matching thing there. Actually, I didn't notice it before, but I should be swapping the statecraft guy up to there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That guy, take that over. So that way we're getting a little bit of a bonus, or we should. It saved us 2 months. Probably would have saved more if I'd have did it earlier. So these guys are rivaling each other back and forth now. So I have to keep an eye on this situation, and they're expanding in that direction because we block them off here. They may be dumb enough to mess with the Fallen Empire. We'll see what happens. That guy finished his scanning. Let's build the construction ship to go build a frontier outpost. So we'll probably run for maybe 5 more minutes, then wrap this up and see where we're at for next time.
Research complete. System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Frontier Clinic for our future expansion. Be fast. Alien specimen procure. The director of the Museum of Exbiology wants us to collect specimens from worlds around us, so we'll gather these
Situation log
specimens.
updated.
We have an anomaly. Some pattern on planets that look like writing, so I'll research that.
Construction complete.
Getting a lot of minerals, so go ahead, build those up just a little bit more. We will also upgrade our spaceport.
Construction complete.
So this is growing in. We need to rearrange some of our pops. Let's put the next one there to get that energy bonus going. So the alien writing. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Nemosi 2. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper atmosphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. We'll upgrade that. And then I'm going to clear out ones around the capital so that way we can get bonuses when we build stuff on it. So let's do that.
System survey complete.
Defensive packs between people far away from us. So we finished our map of stars. So let's pause right quick and we will say, well, what do we want to get next? Disruptors. Go to the capital and we're going to build that research institute. There. We're using plants all over the place now. This construction ship is done building. We're going to need to work pretty hard to build all this out when the frontier outpost drops. So we're going to move that over there. That's done. Let's
Construction complete.
They're proposing migration between their empires.
Construction complete. System survey complete. Research complete.
Clinic. So we want Capricorns for them. And let's swap our guys back around to get bonuses in the right place. We need to go to
Research complete.
capital, building that in. Take a look here. We want to build a frontier clinic to speed up the growth of this planet. It's really large. We want to get people on it as fast as possible. So what I'm going to do is wait for that blocker to clear, then I'll come and drop that clinic. This one's already pretty full, so putting a clinic on it at this point I think is pointless, but we can pull people off of it with resettlement. So we don't really need full
Construction complete.
hydroponic farms. Let's drop that and let it do its thing. So Disc Guardians, first contact with Disc Guardians, another child. Know that we are the Disc Guardians, the chosen people of this galaxy, respect our holy places, and we may refrain from annihilating you. Greetings, descending. Let's see where those guys are at. So they are another fallen empire right above us, so we gotta be careful not to brush up against them either and anger them. So let's go with any options with Voidcraft? No, so let's pick, we'll go with the rare tech. really build our building speed up. So when we start our next round of colonization, we'll be able to colonize faster from some of the techs we've got and build buildings much more quickly. So that'll be a plus. So our frontier outpost finished. We need to immediately start filling in these things. So let's go down here. When it shows up, it will build that research station, build the mining station. So let's do that. And we probably should wrap this video up. So we are expanding. We won our war. We're filling out our territory right now. Then we'll be getting ready to build up our fleet some more for defense and start another round of colonization. Trying to wedge ourselves around in between these fallen empires. Maybe swing around down here at the bottom. Go from there. So that will be our plan for the next video. But until then, we're going to wrap this up.